Andoni Iraola will succeed at Liverpool if he if the board gives him these signings. I'm not necessarily going to be going over specific players, just the type of player we need. This is probably repetition of what a lot of people are saying. I'm going to try and, oh God, condense it into how I see it, and and then I'm going to give you three players who I think we should sign before the window is over. Okay, so this was the 11 that faced Newcastle yesterday, and these were the four players that came off the bench. First thing you'll notice is it is quite a weak bench. And I don't think people coming in saying, oh yeah, we should just whack 20 million on three different players to fill out the bench and give us some more depth. I think you're wrong. I think, I genuinely think the most important thing now is I don't want to sell a single person who is on your screen right now. And then I'll add in Trainione, I'll go Chiesa as well, Aesthetic, Ekatike, Simicas, Bradley, Leone, Gomez. None of these players should leave. Harvey Elliott is kind of the only first team player who I would be open to selling. But even so, I don't. My point is, I don't think we should sell anyone. Our squad isn't deep enough to do that. And as far as I'm aware, we've got the financial kind of power to bring these players in without selling anyone. And I don't think we can afford to sell anyone. So our depth is a little light as it is. The first thing I think we need, and it was the most obvious hole against Newcastle, it's been mentioned a lot by a lot of different people, myself included, in my post-match review, is a number six. If I bring in already, there we go. A number six to not replace replace Gravenberch. I can't lie, and Gravenberch will share the 8 minutes with Szoboszlai, McAllister share the 6 minutes, Neone cameos, stuff like that. But yes, the first player we need to bring in is a six, and suddenly this is what I'm talking about. We've got an elite midfielder on the bench ready to come on. And I do feel for Gravenberch a little bit in the sense that it's not actually his fault that we're signing a replacement for him. It's just his play style, as good as he is, doesn't fit what we need in the middle. The second, I'll just use Barcola, why the hell not? The second is a winger, and I think Barcola's the obvious shout. What I don't like about it though is because I think another thing we noticed in the game yesterday was there was lots of opportunities where Engamo had it out here or Frimponga had it out on the right, and they'd shift it back onto their left foot, create loads of space ready for a cross in, but because neither of them are comfortable on their left foot, they'd have to take it back out and go from there. If I just change this guy. And the third is Minter. I was against Minter when it first got dropped that we were bidding for him, and I think 60 million should be our absolute maximum for him. But I think we just need a left-footed attacker who's good enough to start. So we do have Harvey Elliott. He's the only left-footed midfielder attacker in the squad, I think. You've got Kerkez. I think he might be our only left-footer. And Simicas. We don't have a single left-footer who isn't a left-back. We've got a couple. We've got Morrison, Josh Abbey, stuff like that. But no, we need a left-footed attacker who's worthy of starting because the amount of opportunities that Frimpong and Gamoa had to cross it in the box from that right-hand side, but didn't use it because they're not comfortable on their left foot was a lot. And I think Lewis Hall sussed that out quite quickly, and other Premier League left-backs will as well, because Engamo is no secret anymore. He's not our niche youngster subbing on off the bench to inject some pace into the game. No, he's our superstar young talent who is far better off the left than the right, and people know how to read him. There's been a lot of shouts for a right back. I'm going to talk about that now because I think we should bring in Archie Gray as our six because I feel like, although he's not an out and out six, I feel like he will just play there if you tell him to. He doesn't. If you look at Archie Gray, you don't, as a player, you don't think, oh, goals and assists. That's what we're getting from him. No, you think you're getting a hard-working, versatile runner, almost like James Milner. Um, and he can do a job at right back as well. It's almost like killing two birds with one stone, and we still get to build our superstar attack. If this is our starting lineup, come whoever we play? We play in February. When's our first game after the window closes? Let me check on my phone. 4th of September, Ipswich away. If this is how we line up, I'll be the happiest bunny in the whole of the land. Because if Frimpong isn't doing very well, which a lot of people have criticised him for, until Connor Bradley's back, I think is it like December? He's back, I'd like to think. You just play Archie Gray there, and then honestly, Njani there, and then that's your team. You've still got your six, you've got cover at right back, Szoboszlai still Szoboszlai. Verts is hopefully going to improve. You're so good in pre-season, man. What happened? But yeah, if you look at our squad right now, just ignore the little yellow circles. We've got 1-6, and it's Njani. And I don't want that. I want Archie Gray as well. I feel like Minta 60, Barkala 110, hopefully, maybe 120. That brings us to, what's 120 plus 60? 180, plus maybe another 60 for Archie Gray. I think 60 or 70. We'll say 65. What's 180 plus 65? 245. Add on the 30 odd. That'll be a 280 transfer window. Who have we sold? Curtis Jones. We haven't really sold anyone. I guess we freed up a lot of wage space with the likes of Kanate, Mohamed Salah, and Andy Robertson. And I think people underestimate the impact that that can do, especially when you've got a player on 500k a week. Yeah, I think I'd love that. Let's do a little depth planner thing. We'll assume everyone's. Nah, I'll do everyone who's available right now with these signings. Stata is injured, so I'll keep the injured players over here so you can see them. What's happened with Chiesa? Why wasn't he in the squad? Is he injured? Ill? Something like that. We've got 3 elite number 8s there. I think Maka will share more minutes over in the 6. That's where he came on the other day. Kumas, Munoz, Gil Gomez is injured. Leone's injured. Endo's not injured. Bradley's injured. Gakpo. Holding on again. There we go. How does that look? These 6 players are injured, I'm pretty sure. But let's say they're not. God, I love the Royston Club. If anyone else likes the Royston Club, tell me. And then we can, I don't know, I'll love you. Aesthetic over there. That is a very congested. I'll do that for the sake of my vision. There you go. That's a good squad. That's a good squad. That is a squad who can challenge. It's a balanced squad. You've got your 3 sixes, 2 of them under the age of 20. They're all under the age of 22, actually. You've got your 3 8s, 2 in the 10, 3 up front, 3 on the right, 3 on the left, 2 at each fullback, 3 left centre backs, 2 right, so 5 centre backs. And then you've also got the likes of Harvey Elliott, bring Kieran Morrison from the 21s. James McConnell was on the bench yesterday. Um, I upgraded Kumas. He got a little first team counter. No one else in the under 21s is really screaming out to me. But yeah, a lot of stress and a lot of I don't know, a lot of uncertainty. George Scaife's about to go live. Hopefully, I get my video out before him, so I'm not just repeating everything he says. But no, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of confusion, a lot of me being annoyed because we're not signing anyone. Even today, I thought maybe something would pop up, but no, I've been checking for Brits, checking David Ornstein, nothing. Guess all we can do is wait. Only a week and a day. Please, Liverpool, do something. Anyway, usual outro, like and subscribe, and please do join me in the next one. I think one of our videos just got over 600 views, which is pretty incredible. I think we're at 2,000 views as a channel, up to 12 subscribers. These statistics might not sound impressive, but it shows we're on the up, and I'm very happy with how things are going. So if you do enjoy, do consider liking and subscribing and coming back if you enjoyed. This video was very all over the place, but I am happy with it. So I'll see you guys in the next one.